I'm super passionate, first of all, about maternal mortality rate in minority mothers. I know that's a lot of M's, but I'm trying to make a lot of M's. Anyway, oh my gosh. Okay, focus. Welcome back, guys, to my channel. If you have not, please subscribe. You do not want to miss out on the next slew of information coming to my channel about Duke and everything in between. So I know there are a lot of people commenting, messaging me, and asking questions about the process. So I wanted to kind of like dig a little deeper into that. So let's go ahead and get into that. Personal statements. For the personal statements, I think there were four personal statements. The only tips I really have for that is to be authentic. Don't make anything up. You don't want to be that person that lies on your personal statement and can't back it up when you actually get there. That would really suck. But anyway, be authentic. Brag about yourself. Definitely brag about yourself, but be humble also. Talk about your experiences, any service you've done, anything you're really just passionate about. For me, I said that I'm super passionate, first of all, about maternal mortality rate in minority mothers. I know that's a lot of M's, but I'm trying to make a lot of M's. Anyway, oh my gosh. Okay, focus. Anyway, I'm passionate about the maternal mortality rate in minority mothers. We all know that Black moms, Alaskan Native moms, any minority mother, they are dying at a disproportionate rate than their white counterparts. And that sucks because I feel like our medical system is failing us Black moms. I'm not a Black mom yet, but I don't want to be, you know what I'm saying, a part of that statistic. So I'm super passionate about that. I feel like the medical system is doing minority mothers a disservice. And they are definitely an underserved community. It's definitely my goal to decrease the maternal mortality rate in minority mothers. So that's what I talked about. Also in my statement, I talked about how I would do it and my experience with public health, and which is my previous degree, and how I would kind of merge my nursing degree with my public health to make sure that I can help reduce that mortality rate for minority mothers. So also in my statement, I use some sources and some stats because they love to see that you, first of all, know how to communicate and write a paper. But the first thing you want to do is kind of express the need for a population. You don't just want to say, we need to decrease the rate in maternal mortality minority mothers, in the maternal mortality rates for minority mothers. You don't just say that. You want to say why and what are the stats? Why is this a need? How do you know this is a need? One thing I opened up with was how Black mothers are 2 to 3 times more likely to die during birth of their child, of course, in labor, than their white counterparts. And that sucks. And I also talked about how, you know, people assume that, you know, it's because of education, lack of resources, all that good stuff. But also, minority mothers who have a college degree at least are 5 times more likely to die giving birth. So anyway, that's what I talked about for my personal statement. Just talk about something you're passionate about. And if you're not passionate about anything, get passionate. Get passionate, because this is a serious job. I feel like the nursing community is honestly, it's time's up for people that just want to make money. It's time's up for people that just want to be a nurse to say they became a nurse. It's time's up for that. It's time to actually make real change. And if you're not willing to change your passion or even get passionate about these things or underserved populations, don't do it. Please, for me, don't get into this. But anyway, references. For my references, I used 3 professors that I feel like can speak to my character, my work ethic, my communication skills, my leadership skills, everything across the board. So 3 of those professors were, of course, from UNC Charlotte. They know me really well. They were in my public health program. I've had them for multiple classes. So they know me. When you ask them to be your reference, and after they say yes, please, please, please include your resume with all your health history. Don't put that you worked at McDonald's. Don't put that you worked at Walmart. That's all good. That's good work experience. But for this, you need to only include things that are going to supplement your nursing education. So in your resume, create a nursing resume or a health resume, and insert those things that will kind of cater to your nursing education. But send your recommenders your resume, send them your personal statements. So you should, the very first thing you should do, of course, is do the personal information application, and then write your personal statements, and then send those personal statements to your recommenders, send your resume, and also send a list of things that you feel like they can specifically speak to. So for instance, I have a research and statistics professor. He knows that I can speak well. He knows that, I know statistics. He knows that I know about the research aspect of health. And so I would ask him specifically to talk about that, so that your other professors that, whatever class they taught, whether it was program planning for me, I asked her to talk about things that, program planning can only speak to. It makes you look really well-rounded, when you have 3 different classes of professors talking about how you excel at a subject or how you excel about a certain thing. It makes you look really well-rounded. So I would recommend that. So the reference style, it's not actually a letter. It is a questionnaire. Unless Duke University decides to change it after my cohort, it is not a letter. It's questionnaire style. So there are 7 different topics, and basically they rate you from 1 to 5 in that topic, and then they are asked to write 300 words or less about that topic. The first one would be, how long have you known the applicant and in what capacity? Academic performance, maturity, creativity, intellectual ability, oral and written communication, and leadership potential. So with knowing all those 7 things, try to find the best people that could speak to those subjects or qualities. Of course, don't do family members. And honestly, just ask all of your professors. You never know. I feel like a lot of times students assume that professors don't remember you because they have so many students, but you'd be surprised. So just ask every professor that you've even liked. Just ask them. Just ask them if they want to, write a reference for you, be a recommender for you. And you'll be surprised, and you might actually get some great recommendations. Grades. This one I am actually kind of surprised about, because I had 2 C's on my transcript. I had a C in the first chemistry's lab, and then the second chemistry's lecture. So I had 2 C's on my math and science courses. Out of all of them, the rest were A's and B's, of course. The last semester that I took at Pembroke was actually straight A's. So A in micro, A in anatomy and physiology in the lab. All my math and science courses I previously taken were straight A's. So I think that's what kind of boosted me. I had 2 different GPAs. I had one from UNC Charlotte, that was a 3.3, and from UNCP I had a 3.9. So those 2 GPAs probably really helped me out in the application process. And as I'm speaking, this is all for the ABSN program. I'm not really sure about if you're transferring as an undergrad or any of that. If you're already at Duke and you want to apply to the nursing program, I'm not really sure. I'm only speaking in the aspect of I got my degree at another school and I'm entering into the ABSN program. So just keep that in mind. So that's really it. If you guys have any other questions, please feel free to ask me, DM me on Instagram at Becoming Nurse Nita. Comment down below, subscribe, and make sure you like this video if this helped you at all. If you appreciate any of this information, please just subscribe, send it to a friend that you may know in the application process or anything like that. Thank you guys.